What's up, YouTube? This is your guy Red Chaos One, and on this video, I am here to present you the top 5 mech web novels that I recommend for you guys. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you leave a link. Sorry, I'm sorry. I hope you leave a like or you subscribe or even a comment below. That'd be very helpful for the channel. It helps me grow. Thanks a lot. Now, going on with the video further, I'd first like to say the links for all the stories that I'm going to mention are in the description below. I hope you enjoy them down there, and I hope you give the writers some feedback because that helps authors. I know because I'm one of them, and my book, yes, I'm going to shill for my book. It's called Phantom Ddraig. It's this awesome high fantasy sci-fi story. You can find it on Wattpad, you can find it on RoyalRoad or on ScribbleHub, and I will leave the link to the description for that story down below. Now let's begin with number 5. This book is from ScribbleHub and is called Master of the Apocalypse by Diost Aelius. It has 34 chapters, and while the last time it was updated was in April 25th, 2020, it still has enough content that you guys can enjoy. Just because the book isn't going, it doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. So the synopsis for this book goes, in the year 4031, the human race has expanded to the furthest reaches of the universe itself. But to this date, no extraterrestrial life has been discovered, despite the ruins of many ancient civilizations being discovered across countless planets. Haley is an undergraduate from the Lunuva Technical College. Pressured by overwhelming debt and an arranged marriage, and at the end of the rope tying him to the world of the living. A life-changing encounter with a sphere of mysterious origin changes his life forever. But all is not as it seems. Can he truly place his trust in this machine, or will it be the device that forces the universe around him to ruin? I hope you guys enjoy this book. Now let's move to the next one. And number 4, we have another ScribbleHub story called Armored. This one was made by Becrane00, and it has around 17 chapters. So the same as with Master of the Apocalypse, this one was last updated in February 28, 2020, and it has around 17 chapters. And even with that, I can still say it's a great story to enjoy if you just want a good mech story. And I don't know, maybe giving the author some feedback could help reinvigorate them in the story. But if you still want to read something great, this one I guarantee is for you. So the synopsis of this one goes as, 600 years have passed since the fall of civilization. The earth went through massive changes, and the core beasts now reign supreme. All that still exists of mankind are ruins and a scattering of walled cities, festering pits of the worst of humanity has to offer, protected by knights clad in mech-like technology called armor. Nobles rule over everyone, little more than warlords. The middle class wants to make a buck and become nobles, and the rats want to survive. But everyone wants a piece of the ancient technology lost to mankind hundreds of years ago. Find one piece, and it will change your life forever, for better or for worse. So, another great story. I've told you my reasons. You just have to read it. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. You guys just have to read it. So, let's go to the third one that I recommend. The third one is Furnace, which is a story by Words Are Weapons on Wattpad. Now, this one has 25 chapters, it's ongoing, and its last update was on April 18th, 2020. The read time of this one would be around 5 hours and 37 minutes. Another great story you will enjoy. Let me go through the synopsis just to give you an idea of what you're going into. So, life on Reichtown would be hard enough for most people. a hothouse of scorching deserts, violent dust storms, and volcanic eruptions. It is a place that breeds survivors. But the biggest danger for the humans unfortunate enough to live there are the planet's original owners. For 2 decades, the Raptor's colonists have lived in a state of perpetual war, a war that shows no signs of ending. For Reich Vanagan, a teenager with a score to settle, that war is his chance at payback. When he and his classmates are conscripted into Reich's military forces, he joins the elite ranks of the Hunter-Killer Corps. Piloting a 15-ton machine and harboring a thirst for revenge, Reich is about to write his own bloody chapter in Reich's history and change the war forever. Another great story. Hope you love it. Okay, let's go to the last two. And their order is going to be a bit strange, but I'll explain when I get to the second or first one. Okay, before I start with number two, Solar Gear, let me begin by saying this book is a sequelish. Okay, the book above it was the original version that was made, and this is like it's set in the same universe. So, if you are going to read it, I could recommend reading number one before number two. But other than that, let me get into Solar Gear. It is a mech story with 44 chapters, with a read time of roughly 5 hours 16 minutes. It's ongoing, and its last update was like a couple of days ago. So, the synopsis. In the year 5021, humanity now lives across the solar system, divided into 8 nations that live in peace. That is, until a strange occurrence transpires when a meteorite shoots out the sun. Wanting to investigate, the 8 nations have the intergovernmental organization known as the United Space Research and Peace Union, or USRAPU for short, to investigate the giant mechs known as gears to guard them. On the meteor, they find a mech encased in stone, which, when they try to activate, would kill the pilots by melting, then vaporizing them. Taking the mech back to their HQ for further research, the group sent from USRAPU to research the meteor was attacked by an organization that managed to kidnap the leaders of the world and hold the whole solar system hostage, with the only hope being that mysterious mech. Will the research group survive? And if so, what will they do about the 8 taken hostage? So again, set in the same universe as the book above it, and I really guarantee you read the one that I'm gonna mention as my top recommendation, the first one that you should read before. Yeah, that's the one you should read before this one. And it's like the best mech story web novel I've had to read. Maybe one will take its place, but until then, let's get into number one. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the one you've all been waiting for. Number one, Red Rebellion. This story is complete. It has around 30 chapters with a read time of 3 hours and 32 minutes. You will enjoy this book, I guarantee you. The writer's name is the Dr. Gun Pa. They're the one who also wrote the second one, which is Solar Gear. But now we're focusing on what I consider the best, the one and only Rebellion. Let's go into the synopsis. In the year 21XX, the world was attacked by monstrous aliens called the Nexus. As humanity began to fear that their demise was imminent, an organization known as Rebel came along and reverse engineered the technology of the aliens. With the alien technology, they created powerful armors called revolutions. Only a small handful of people could use them without suffering side effects. One of the heroes who fought the Nexus was a young man named Reddington Redgrave. During the final battle against the Nexus, he sacrificed himself to destroy the leader and the majority of the Nexus. 10 years later, Reddington's sister, Misato, is the new commander of a new group of revolution users. The Nexus leader may be gone, but there are still a few strays loose that are trying to get revenge. Will the Nexus rise again, or will Real Bell stop that from happening? Read and find out. What are you waiting for? We can end this video right here. I'm just kidding. We can't end this video right here. But please, read this book. Give your feedback to the writer. They will appreciate this, and it could also if you are interested in writing your own mech web novels, you can write them. I think that would be nice to see more of them. Those are my top 5. Yeah, top 5. And so this is where the video ends. This is the point where I, like a beggar, beg for you to, smash that like button